Big time is showtime and action. Richard Scott, how are you, my good friend?
Billy, how are you? Nice to see you.
Great seeing you again, buddy. It's been too long.
Glasses.
It's been too long. Yeah. The eyes are going, bud. Too many punches to the head.
You never fought once.
No, I know. I was fighting myself every day. Listen, Dickie.
How are you, buddy? This is exciting.
Good. Listen, I want to talk a little bit right now about your dad. He just had a leg surgery. Is that right?
He did, yeah. He just had his leg amputated. He had a bad vein that wasn't getting circulation to his foot.
Did he have the gout?
Nope, no gout, nothing. It was just a bad vein, and he stubbed his toe, and then it just went from there. But anyways, he's...
So, Mr. Scott, I want to let you know that Dickie touched my heart earlier when I said thank you for coming on my show, and he mentioned about how you were excited for this too, and I really I really love your son, Richard, and he really pulled me under his wing when I came to Hartford, and I would like to start to talk about who got you into hockey, Dickie Scott.
My dad.
Yeah, how old were you?
1. I'm not kidding.
Well, tell us about it then.
Well, I feel like I was 1, but it was about 3, but I'd have to go out to the rink every day. Flood the rink till about 3 in the morning.
Would you flood the rink, or would your dad do that for you?
Well, obviously my dad would be there.
Well, I don't know. You're skating at one, and you're probably landscaping too.
No, I wasn't landscaping. Pretty close.
Yeah, I don't know. Not landscaping.
No, he did. He made a huge rink for us. Lights, and he had an old fire truck that we flood the rink with, and
unbelievable.
It was crazy, and I just remember my mom yelling at him like, "It's 3 in the morning. Get these kids to bed."
You guys were out there skating or flooding it?
No, flooding the rink.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm sorry. Dickie, you were one of the most memorable people that I ever met in hockey, and top 5 favorite people I ever met in hockey. And you were one tough customer. You were you're 6. I'm going to pull up your hockey DB if you don't mind. I just said Richard Scott hockey DB.
That.
No. Listen, you started here in Aurelia Terriers with the Ontario Provincial Junior Hockey League in 1994. Can you tell us about your first year playing that league? Because that's a hell of a league. You're a young kid too there.
Yeah, I was like 14. And
that's young.
Man.
Yeah. And so, you're 14 years old, and in your first year?
Yeah, 21. That was a tough league back then.
Oh yeah. You remember any of the guys?
That too.
Oh, you remember any of the guys? Yeah, my junior Bruins team used to go up and play against all those teams like St. Mike's and Wexford.
Actually, my first year, we were wearing face masks. You'd have to do the face masks and do the whole production for this. Anyways, yeah.
Do you remember your first fight in junior?
Not really.
No? You don't remember who it was or the team or anything like that?
My first fight, in Major Junior, you mean?
No, in the Orlando Junior Provincial Hockey League.
Yeah, it was...
Orlando, Ontario.
No, it was against the Lindsay Muskies.
Okay. How'd you do?
His name was Stamp.
Did you know you could chuck him right away from growing up fighting, or what?
I don't know. I guess I kind of prided myself on being a good hockey player because I loved hockey and I was really good at it. But actually, for some stupid reason, I was really good at fighting.
Yeah, you were.
In a weird way, and I liked protecting people. I don't know. It just...
You're a leader.
It worked out that way.
You're a leader, and I think you took on that role because of your size and your aggressiveness and your fearlessness. You were you're probably the most. You actually wanted to fight the other guys. There's a lot of guys out there that got in fights over these years. They didn't really want to fight. You kind of like you were aggressive. You were a fucking animal.
Yeah. Well.
You're fucking. All right, so I'm in Wilkes-Barre. I'm in Hartford, right? I got like 500 people in the stands. They ended up having a brawl up in the stands. All the kids I grew up with.
Where, in Hartford?
In Hartford that night. Mike Morta was on your team. But anyways, let's talk about warm-up. We went out there. I'm skating around in warm-up. All of a sudden, someone shoots a puck down our end. And I was like, oh, shit, okay, here we go. I started taking one-timers down the other end, and they were going off the glass, like as hard and as high as I could. I was like, no one's shooting pucks at us. And next thing you know, you guys are down that end shooting pucks this way. We're shooting pucks that way. You're at the red line. Who are you, John, with Parsons? Who?
No, Parsons had so much Vaseline all over his face.
He's such a fucking loser, that guy. Oh, man. Anyways, you beat the fuck out of Parsons how many times?
I know, a lot.
Anyways, listen, listen, the Charlotte Checkers are your first professional hockey team.
Charlotte Checkers, yeah.
You played in the OHL. Shut up. You played in the OHL with the Oshawa Generals in 1988, 1999. You went from the Ontario Provincial Junior Hockey League to the OHL. You were a great hockey player here. Were you looking for a scholarship and you didn't get one, and that why you went to the OHL?
No. I just said I wanted a scholarship because that's what they told me to say.
Oh, okay. Yeah, a lot of kids say that, but you wanted to play in the show.
I wanted to play in the show, of course.
Yeah, of course.
But you're embarrassed to say that because nobody in the right mind thinks you can make it.
Well, I mean, I was telling people in the prison yard that they were like, oh, what are you going to do, Tibbs? You're getting out soon? They're like, I'm like, I'm going to play in the NHL. They're like, this guy's fucking out of his mind. Right?
No, bud.
No, I was like, no. And then they whatever. Anyways, next thing you know.
I think your story is actually even way better than mine. That's
no. You're funnier. So listen, you're with the Charlotte Checkers, your first year pro. What are you making? 300, 400, 500?
35 grand a year.
Yeah, that you had a 30. What was your checks? Every 2 weeks or every week? What?
2 grand every 2 weeks.
Pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good to play in the East Coast Hockey League.
And everything's free, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, to play in the East Coast Hockey League and make $1 grand a week is like you like they wanted you. So you got 55 games. So you only got 6 points, but you got 317 PIMs. You're a minus 13. Did you get the green jacket on that team?
Oh my God. 300.
317 PIMs. Tell us about your first year pro with Charlotte.
With Charlotte?
Yeah.
Well, I was about 3 weeks late, first of all, because I couldn't get over the border.
What happened there?
Well, the team didn't have my P1 ready or whatever. Anyways, my first game, I went and I fought, it was Greenville Growl, I think it was.
Yep. You remember who it was you fought?
I forget his name. He was a huge guy. But I jumped
knock him out?
Suckered him.
You jumped him and suckered him?
Well, it's the only way I could beat him. He's huge. Yeah. Well, because I'm terrified. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know, buddy. I know about being scared when to go fight these.
Literally, I was so anxious. And anyways, I broke the poor guy's jaw. And he never played again. And that's a true story. Did you hear this?
Are you listening to this? Oh, Jesus Christ. Yeah. Who was it? Do you feel bad?
Not one bit.
He shouldn't have laced him up. He shouldn't have tried to play against me.
No, well, he kind of came after me, and I was nervous as heck. And
what do you mean he came after you? What, he looked at you?
He looked at me. That's enough. And I said, okay. I just turned my head, and I went, pretended I went in the other corner, and then I just skated back and knocked him out.
Oh, funny.
Well, it's not. You got to do what you got to do.
So at the end of that season, you got 317 PIMs in 55 games. Are you looking for a major league contract now, or what? Are you like, I'm on the map?
No, I'm looking to go down.
I know. So what happened? Did you call your agent? Did you call?
I didn't call anybody. Glenn Saylor called me and said, "Get this kid up here."
Awesome. So Charlotte was Hartford's team?
Charlotte was Hartford's affiliate, yeah.
Okay, because they used to be with Boston. I was confused there. Sorry about that.
No, that was Providence.
No. It went Providence, Charlotte, Boston, or vice versa.
Well, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I don't know when it changed, but Charlotte was always.
Well, when I started, when did you start?
94 in the East Coast League.
Oh, you're way before me then.
I'm 4 years older than you, and I turned pro when I was like 19.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I didn't want to live with. I had enough of living with fucking other people's families, billets. I'm 19 years old. I'm like, I gotta live on my own. Anyways,
talk in Boston.
So listen, the one day I remember. So we made friends the day I showed up in Hartford late, and I used to hang a towel from the rafters, and I'd be hanging onto 2 towels and doing pull-ups. And you were like, that's smart. Like, that's great. You can grab, like, that helps with the jersey. And I'm like, yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah, you were very impressed by.
And I'm like, let me try that. And it was so hard.
I was doing sets of 20, and fucking guys couldn't even do one because they couldn't hang onto the towel.
You're like, Dickie, you got to get in on this. And I'm like, teach me. And then I started doing it, and then you took me to Nordstrom's after, and we bought like a $1,500 suit.
That's right. Yeah, man.
I remember that. I remember that day specifically.
Yeah, and I also remember I had like I bought some steroids off somebody, and I was gonna do them, and I had never done steroids before, and you were like, "What the hell are those?" And I was like, "Steroids," and you're like, "Really?" You're like, "You think I should do some?" I was like, "You're 6'3", 220, no." And you're like, "Yeah, okay, yeah, you know best." And then I think we went and had some beers after that. You were like, "What are you gonna do with those?" I'm like, "I'm gonna sell them." And I ended up selling them to one of the guys on our team. I forget which guy, but there were a bunch of like exactly. You were like you should try to sell them to so and so. You told me. I think you sold them to the kid.
I told you that. I probably took them.
No, I don't think you did. I think you wanted to. I said no. I don't think it's good for your knee. Anyway. You had a bad knee at the time, and you were like, "Will it help my knee get better?" And I'm like, "No, they'll actually make it get worse." So I talked you out of it. That's what happened. Anyways, hey, Jackie, can you grab me a brewski in a net, please? So listen, you're in Charlotte.
So hey, I want to talk to you about something.
Go ahead.
Why was Sean Avery on before me?
Sean Avery isn't on before you, so you're mistaken.
Your producer, Jack Off, said he was on before me.
Oh, Jackie, he just called you Jack Off. That's fucking bullshit. Jackie can throw him. He goes, his name is Dick, so figure it out.
Actually, I love Jack.
Oh, isn't he the best? Hey, Jackie, get on camera here for a second.
Guy when he's sleeping.
Hey, get over here.
What up?
Love this kid. Yeah, this kid really, he really saved me.
So you grew up with Jack? Now I'm interviewing you.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, you don't have it. You don't have it. I got it. You don't got shit.
Oh, I see.
So listen, you're in Charlotte. You're in the East Coast League. Are you calling home saying to your dad, "Yeah, hey, listen, it's
every day"?
Okay, good. Yeah, same with me. My dad was my best.
Buddy.
I know how tight you are with your dad. So tell us about that relationship.
With what?
With your dad, and like, is he giving you advice?
I still, like, I'm over there 3 times a day. I'm fortunate enough to live right beside them.
Yeah, awesome.
So
man.
I'm over there. I know but it's a blessing. It really is. And I even when I was in Charlotte, when I went away in Oshawa and all that, I was still calling them like 3 or 4 times a day. And you can call them and they'll test.
You know what? I have a very similar relationship with my dad and my mom, and you're blessed to have that, Dickie. I want you to know that. Yeah. So listen, you're getting up to the Glenn Sater says, pull this kid out of Charlotte. Like, let's get him. You didn't even have to try out. You got just a deal.
Yeah.
What was your deal? Do you remember?
No, my deal was right out of. Well, do you want to hear the real story?
Yeah.
It was right out of Oshawa in the OHL, and I went in the dressing room and I fought the tough guy and
on the other team's dressing room.
Yep, the Barrie Colts.
Hold on, this deserves a restart.
Yeah,
okay.
It does.
Did you see the Rob Friend interview? This is just like it. This is amazing. Big time is showtime. Let's go.
No.
Let's go.
No, I'm not bragging, but this is the truth.
Oh, no, you are, and I love it.
You can go. Anyways, I was like, Oshawa.
I will Google it.
We were down 3-0, and we were playing Barrie Colts, and my coach said, he's like, he was so pissed off after the game. He's like, I don't care if somebody goes into the dressing room and fights that guy because he knocked our little 15-year-old out. Took his front.
With a cross check?
Yeah. Jonah LaRue was his name.
Okay.
Anyways.
Fuck him.
My buddy, Brandon Coulter.
Yep, I know him. Good guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. He's one of my good friends.
Shout out to Brandon Coulter. I love you, buddy.
Shout out. And Gary Coulter.
And Gary.
Gary, he played for the Golden Seals, California.
Yep, I know.
Anyways, he said, we were down 3-0. He's like, I don't care if you go in the dressing room and fight somebody.
He gave you the green light to go fuck them up.
Well, I know, but he was just kidding. But my buddy Brandon, he just looked at me and he's like, you won't go in the dressing room because I was already suspended. So I went in off the bus and I went right in the dressing room. I just cleared all the sticks out of the way and I hung the tough guy, Barnes, on the board. When they were, when the team comes in, they're like, oh, just getting ready, looking at the stats and all that.
This is before the game?
Before the game?
What?
Are you kidding me? Yes.
Oh, my God.
Well, the only reason I'm telling you this is because statute of limitations, so.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I know. I just told the story about
I told David Branch I never was in that room. I'm dead serious, so I hope he's not listening, but I hope the owner of Oshawa is because he said he would pay my lawyer fees, but my dad had to.
Oh, yeah, so he owes him some fucking... Hey, Oshawa General's Honor, get off your fucking pocketbook, you bitch.
Exactly.
Fuck him. Well, what a scumbag.
Anyway, so I hung him, and then Jefferson and Keith, they were coming in with that, I don't want to say it, but.
Okay.
Well,
if you're nervous to say it, let's not do it. I mean,
no. They were coming in with their agent, David.
Okay.
You know his agent.
Yep.
Anyways, and they were walking in with a bundle of sticks on each arm, and I grabbed them and I started hitting them in front of them. Not really crazy.
I know this story, so I'm just like ahead of you on this. I keep waiting for you to get to the end of it.
I was like, I felt so bad for my poor, like I'm sticking up for my teammate.
Oh.
How do you feel if you're 20 and you have a 15-year-old kid get his teeth knocked out and you see his mother and father in the stands bawling their eyes out?
Yeah. I mean, it's a violent sport, and if you're not ready,
sport, if you're like it is, but if you're an idiot, you have to have somebody to stick up for you.
It was a lot different back then. Imagine today, Dickie, you'd be probably getting a prison sentence, for Christ's sake. It's crazy. Anyways, let's move on from that story. I guess right there, you kind of showed everybody you're all in. You're a stand-up guy. You're a solid guy. You're the type of guy you want to go to war with. And I said top 5 guys. I said to my buddy earlier, I don't know if I said this to you, but top 5 guys that I want in my foxhole: Jason McDonald, Dickie Scott, Kevin. Oh yeah.
He's the best.
He's hilarious. Frenchie, shout out to Jason McDonald.
Hey, Jason, Merry Christmas.
So you're in Hartford now. Yeah. Tell us about your experience in the American Hockey League. I know I actually reached out to Steph Chernovsky to come on the show. I know you made very good friends with him. Tell us about your experience being in the American Hockey League and living your dream now. You're a sniff away from the NHL. So tell us about that.
American Hockey League was pretty overwhelming, actually.
It was a gong show.
Well, it's like the East Coast League is one thing, but the American Hockey League is it's pretty much the NHL.
Yeah.
Like you're playing against NHL players. Pretty much.
How did you feel like skill-wise? Your skating, your hands, did you feel like you could play every day in the NHL?
Oh, yeah. I felt amazing.
Yeah, you were fast as fuck, and you could hit like a truck, man. And
no, I wasn't intimidated one bit.
No, you were intimidating everybody else, Dickie. You really were.
No.
Yeah, you were. You were a scary guy to play against, Dickie. I'm gonna tell you, man. I mean, I think you might have speared someone that night in warm up. I mean, I just didn't want to say it, but and I think I had to match your nuttiness. You were like the head nutty guy on that team. I was like the head nutty guy on this team. And then once you guys, I think you were the one that shot a puck down our end, and I was like, "Fuck this guy!" I was literally taking slap shots at people's faces. It was fucking nuts. That was the craziest night of hockey I've ever had. Craziest ever.
I remember Ken Jernander, like, he's like, "Listen, Dick, this is the pros. You don't act like this." I'm like, "Okay," but I didn't know how to act because I was so intimidated.
Fuck Ken Jernander. That's fucking weak to tell you that. Shut the fuck up. Well, that guy never had a fucking fist fight in his life. He's a good guy and a good hockey player, but he never fought anyone.
No, he's a good guy when he's sleeping, but...
Yeah, exactly. He sucks.
No, I love Ken.
Fuck him.
No, I love him.
What are you talking about, dude? He's going to tell you not to act how... You're a fucking grown man. You're out there protecting him, and he's telling you don't act like that? What is this, a fucking prom?
Well, I don't think it's too bad when I'm shooting pucks at eye level.
Well,
that's not a way to act in pro.
What are you talking about, dude? Have you not followed the NHL throughout the... There was guys... I remember I was in the... playing for the Rangers, and the guy, Teddy Green, was doing yoga every day. And I'm like... And he was an unbelievable guy. And he told me a story about how someone hit him in the head, come up behind him and fucking play. Like, come on. You're just shooting pucks down the other end. No, shout out to Kenny Jernander. Whatever. Fucking see.
Anyway, Kenny was...
You want to be politically correct on my show? Go ahead.
No, I don't want it. No, Kenny was a great captain.
How so? Why? Exactly. See you later. Anyways, you're up in the New York Rangers now. Now you're fighting all the tough guys, all the heavyweights. Eric Kahns, tell us the list of guys you fought.
Oh, where do I start?
I start with Kahns.
Jesse Boulerice was one of the toughest ones.
Yes, he doesn't get a lot of respect.
I fought 3 times, and then who's the other guy? The big fridge.
Yeah, he was not tough at all.
No, the guy. Fedoruk.
Yeah, he used to get knocked out on a regular basis.
Fedoruk, I forgot your name, but.
Yeah, no, because he was a nobody.
He was a nobody. I killed him.
I did too. I did too. I fucking kicked the shit out of him. Anyways, who's the toughest guy you ever fought in the NHL?
The toughest guy I ever fought was...
Besides yourself?
Boulerice.
Yeah, he was. He gave Jason a big beating. I watched it a couple of times.
Boulerice was scary.
Was he really? He was that scary, huh?
He didn't stop.
Because he was a good athlete, too. He could really...
Yeah, no, you could tell. Like, he just, like...
He was a good... Yeah.
Stuff. Like, no, he was scary.
He was an incredible skater. He's an American kid.
He was like... I don't want to say, like, myself. I don't want to put him...
No, you're scary. You're scary. You're fucking scary. Dickie Scott, stop being so fucking humble. This is an interview. Be real. Be yourself. You were a fucking killer. Come on, dude. Come on. This is like when we were working out. Grab the fucking towels and hang on to them. What do you got for me? Be real. Be Dickie. The fucking stud.
Well, I'm soft now. I go to church. I'm the director of Forest Home United Church.
Really? That's awesome.
Yes, it's a true statement.
And all glory and praise go to the big man upstairs.
The Lord?
No.
But I am. But anyway, I didn't know.
I don't know.
But my dad's listening. So, anyways, Bud.
Go.
Yes.
Tell us about how tough you were. You were one of the toughest guys I ever played with. And that's why you're on the show. And you're like, oh, no, I wasn't. You were a killer, dude. You were instilled fear in everyone because you had all offense. You had no regard for personal safety. I've never seen anyone open up and just chuck them. Tell us about chucking them.
So somebody's got to go down.
Yeah. Yeah. And let's
absolutely.
Let's
Who's
not,
honking?
What?
Who's honking at you?
No, my producer, he grabbed someone out of his car. He's locking it. Hey, so. Anyways, listen, tell us about your first year with the fucking Hartford Wolfpack. You're getting called up.
My first year with the Hartford Wolfpack, that I think you can look it up, but I think I know I was second in penalty minutes.
I know you were, Dickie.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Who was first? Bonvy.
I think so. Did you fight Bonvy?
I fought Bonvy many times.
And you pumped him, didn't you?
The bus like a little.
Say that one more time.
He went crying back on the bus.
Yeah, he was a coward. I tried to fight him off the ice in the locker room because he was bullying me for like the first 3 months of my first year.
He was like such a good guy.
Yeah, he's not.
Dancing around like he thinks like.
Yeah,
this guy's a joke.
He's a joke. Thank you for being real now. This is the Dickie. So now the interview's starting to get. Hey, Dickie, we've done this we're not dancing around fucking life here now. We're going to tell the truth. This is the real hockey show. This ain't spitting bitches. Listen, next thing you know, you're in the New York Rangers. You're in Madison Square Garden. Tell us about the first game you ever played in the NHL. And how fucking.
Was against Tampa Bay. Who was the tough guy for Tampa Bay?
They had a bunch of them. I mean, Dingman.
No, it was
Chris Dingman.
Dingman.
Thank you. I don't know my hockey. I don't know shit about hockey.
No. Dingman. Chris Dingman. His name.
I fucking said it already.
His name even pisses me off. I went to hit him, and he dodged it, and then he jumped me, and then he just went like this, and I'm like,
yeah, Christoph Olowa, I hated that guy for some reason, too. I think
Christoph Olowa could eat 7 meals at Rico's in Hartford, Westchester Center.
Say that one more time.
Christoph Olowa.
Yep.
He could eat 7 dinners at Brico in West Hartford.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
What, he was like huge?
You know how big he is. He's like, big. I'm going to have another one.
Yeah, because he's on steroids. He's 6'5", 235.
No, the guy, first of all, he's huge.
Yeah, he's not that tough, though, bro. I fought him. I could kick the... I fucking fought him off the ice. I'll tell you about this, right? He was my...
right now, he's not tough.
No, he's not.
He's not even close to tough.
No, he's not.
Scared of being tough.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Some guys are just all show, no go.
No, he's big and he is... Like, they put him in that position. He is terrified of his own shadow.
The only reason he ever did it is because he has nothing to lose. He's like coming from Poland. He's in the American League. He's fucking marrying fucking this girl who the whole team's fucking. It's crazy, bro. He's a maggot. Anyways, I think he's divorced from her now. She fleeced him for like millions. Anyways, fuck that dude. He's a maggot. So this is the real hockey show. This is real hockey talk. Christoph Olowa come back at 5 a.m. He's my line mate. We got practice at 10:30 or whatever. And I'm like, hey, dude, get off the phone. I'm sleeping. He's trying to call hookers. And then he's like calling me fucking out and like talking shit to me. And I'm sleeping. And I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, this ain't good. You don't want to get me in the morning. Anyways, I packed my shit. And I fucking said, hey, you going to fight me or not? You need another beer? Grab one.
Another beer.
Are you drinking beers? No, I'm drinking beers.
Drinking beer?
I'm drinking beers. So listen, the next thing you
know. Beer's in the background. I'm not drinking beer. I'm not a scumbag. Like, come here. Here's my lovely buddy. This is Bob. This is Bob the dog.
Oh, Bob. Hey, Bobby.
This is actually my lovely agent. You want to say hello?
I'm in here. Hello, gentlemen. Here I am refreshing him with.
I knew he needed another beer, sir.
Yeah.
Hey, can you tell us your name? And you're a hockey agent. Can you tell us about yourself?
No, I'm very shy and sworn to secrecy with Rick.
Dickie, tell us his name, and if any young kids need an agent.
Well, legally, I can't do that.
See, I'm sworn to Canadian secrecy. They're building a wall to keep me out.
Oh, they are.
Oh, they didn't do it. They should have did that 20 years ago. Hey, so listen, Dick.
Do you remember when I fought Bonby?
Yes.
I speared the goalie.
Yes.
Because we were losing.
Yes, because we didn't want anything to do with you. Trust me.
No. Well, I tried to fight him all game, but then we were losing 3-1. So I said, and the goalie hit me, and I punched the goalie in the face, then speared him. And then
listen, when you were losing,
the goalie lost it.
Who was it?
I forget. I don't know the goalie's name.
Rich Perret?
I had no idea. But anyway, then Bonby's like, because I was trying to fight him all game because we were losing, right?
Oh, I know. I was there.
And then he's like, fine, well, let's go. And then I just demolished him. He apparently went on the bus and just lost it.
I know. He broke one of the windows on the bus, having a temper tantrum. Yeah. Yeah, he's throwing shit around. He threw a fucking beer bottle or something through the window. He's a fucking...
Well, that's what one of my trainers said. The guy's fucking losing it.
Yeah, he was a real fucking megalomaniac. Anyways, when I met you, Dickie, I was like, I just was in awe. I was in the fucking, because I had already, so we didn't get it out to Hartford very often. You were in the Eastern Conference. And I was looking forward to playing against Mikey Motto because I grew up playing with his brother, Rob. He showed up to the Mottos.
You must have grown up with Motsy.
Yeah, his older brother was a year older than me, but I played up a year, so I played on his team with the South Shore Kings.
Contractor or something.
South Shore Kings, yeah. He's a fireman now, I believe. He's a head fire. I think he's the head fireman in Avon, Massachusetts.
Okay, because Motsy said he's like, you got to have me down to the Boston game. He'd take a big dump truck down. Tailgate in the back. Yeah. Yo, Mott's is like Mott's is a real social guy, and he's a sweetheart. He's a sweetheart, and what a hockey player too, and tough as nails, and played for a long time, and very underrated hockey player, Mike Motto. Very underrated. Very underrated. He's not tough as nails.
Yeah. No, he's pretty tough. He's pretty tough as a player. He's not like us though. All right. I'm trying to pump the kid up. I like him.
No.
So anyway, let's move on.
No, trust me. Motsy's one of the toughest kids I know. I remember going to.
He's not like a fighter tough.
No, I know.
Will fight. But he's listen. You shut up for a second. I fucking know Mike Motto. He's tough as nails. He's not a fighter, but he will fight you. And if he fights you, he might win. So you might not want to fight him. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, 100%. I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about tough, like he's mentally tough.
Yes. Thank you.
He's mentally tough. I remember our first training camp, and he was the Kobe Baker winner.
Yep.
He got sent down first day of training camp.
First day?
Well, or second day. I don't know. Whatever.
They weren't keeping him.
Yeah, exactly. And he was just like. I remember him calling me on his way down, and he had a driver, and he was just chugging beers. He's like, I'm so pet. I'm like, I don't. He's like, that's so stupid.
He's such a cool guy.
They didn't even give him a chance.
He's such a cool guy.
I don't know.
He's such a cool guy. He's
the best guy in the world.
Yeah, he really is. I got a lot of respect for him. And
Mono and I, we hung out. We played guitar together all the time.
I know. Well, that was the team was very close. That Hartford team, but it was kind of weird because when I got there, everyone I was close with on that team, they started trading. So Teddy Donato was there. Then they called him up there. Then Mike Motto, they traded him, and then Garrett Burnett, they traded him. And then the next thing you know, like you were the only friend I had really, and Tripper was a great kid, and Jamie Lundmark was a nice kid.
You were my only friend.
You were my only friend. So
when you got there, everybody was so terrified of you, and the coach was even scared of you.
I know, and he treated me really poorly, and that was like one of the
that was horse shit. He wouldn't even let you warm up. Remember that first practice? And you're like, "This is a warm up drill."
Yeah, he was a terrible coach.
Ryan McGill. I don't like him.
No, it didn't. I hate the guy's guts. So how's that?
I don't hate anybody, but I just really.
Well, because you're fucking trying to be PC on 195 when you started out, but you were playing at like 215, right? 6'3". I think you grew another inch.
You writing a book? 205.
Oh, well, 205, no, right? You heavier than that. You're about 215, right? And anyways, I thought you were taller than 6'2". You look a lot tall. I think it's just your presence and your fearlessness.
I'm 6. No, I've never been to 6'2.5" at least.
Yeah, you're 6'3", bro. I mean, it says 6'2" here. I'm like, yeah, no, he's bigger than that. And it says 195, and I know you're bigger than that. So anyways, you're a decent looking guy. What happened? Anyways, listen. I got you.
Big time show.
Look at him. He had hair. What's your favorite moment in hockey as a professional?
Favorite moment.
First game in the NHL.
Tell us about it.
Boston. Getting
What?
called up.
What? You didn't call me,
my
you
first
fucking
game.
maggot. I would
I'm
have
not
went.
kidding you. You can look it up. I would
have went to the game.
We were playing in Springfield, Mass. And then Don Maloney picks me up and said, "You're going up."
Maybe he picked you up in a car?
He picked me up in the car. We stopped in the McDonald's drive-thru because I was starving. He bought me a burger, and we checked into the Boston hotel, and the next day I was playing. Don Maloney.
Tell us about that first time in the locker room in Boston Garden.
In the locker room. Well, I never felt intimidated one bit. I was like, Mess is like, "Hey, bud, you're finally getting here." And I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" I never felt like anything.
What did you think about Messier? What was your first impression?
Messier was probably one of the best people I've ever met.
Really?
Unbelievable. He's like,
really?
Dickie. He's like, Dickie. He's like, but he said to me once, I go, "I'm nervous." Of course I'm nervous. But he's like, "Don't look at me like that."
Oh, I'm just trying to think about
no, I'm just getting nervous. My first game in the NHL. Anyways, I go, do I perform the same way as I do in the AHL, or
what do you mean by that?
Like, when do I fight? What do I do? And he's like, Messier is like, well, when that guy thinks he's being too, he's like, "You'll know." And
sorry, say that story again, Dickie, because it's a great story.
Well, it is, because I go, when do I, look, I was nervous as hell, right?
Sure, bud.
And I said, when do I fight? Or what? Because I'm obviously there to fight. He's like, "You'll know." He's like, "If some guy thinks he's feeling too safe."
So keep him on the edge of their seats, the other team.
And so he was feeling a little bit cocky.
Who was it?
I forget who it was.
Nazarov?
I don't think it was.
I don't know hockey. I could name every player in the world.
I could name every player.
No, you couldn't. You don't even know your own fucking name. You forgot your own name a long time ago.
Anyways,
what's your birthday?
It was a game that we were winning. Anyways, and Messier, I go, he's feeling a little too comfortable.
You said that to him?
That's what I said to Mess.
On the bench?
And I go, "I think he's feeling a little too comfortable." And Mess is like,
yeah, because he didn't touch anyone in the last 10 years of his life.
No, it doesn't matter. But
Messier was a fucking letdown in my life. Whatever. Anyways, so that's your favorite moment. Now, what's your second favorite moment?
Ending this interview?
No. Dude, you're coming back on the show. I hope.
I didn't know you was like you could drink on the show.
Yeah, dude, I smoke weed. I would do coke if I had some. So what do you have? What do you got?
Up his nostrils. No. He's a cutie, isn't he?
Hey, Dickie Scott's the most charismatic, funniest guy in the world.
Well, I hope
can you talk? Can you tell us your agent's name, please, so we can get the kids out there? You need to get a good agent. No, I guess you're keeping them for yourself, huh?
I know. If you need a good agent, I'm looking for one too.
No wonder you guys are so tight.
I know a good tailor too that knows how to tie up his third button.
What do you Hey, listen, that's my gut. It busted it open. I've been drinking. I literally, since I got out of jail 6 months ago, 4 months ago, I've been drinking 20 drinks a night.
Jail again?
Oh, yeah, I did another bid. What are you going to do? I'm hard-headed. Yeah, I got 8 years in now. No big deal.
Hey, remember, you're on air, eh?
Oh, yeah. See my sign, bud?
Let me see it.
It says it's on air.
Bring it up there. Get the fuck out of here. Give me a look at this.
Oh, yeah, you're fucking right, bud.
This is a real production here, Rich.
Dude, this is why I got the best show in the world. Listen, Dickie, will you come on my show again, please? Was this
100% I will.
There you go. You guys.
All right, so listen, I want you to be a friend of the show. You're not just going to be a fill-in guy. I got some Corey Bellamy.
But you had Avery and Stevens and all those guys on?
Listen,
no, I know, but you had Avery.
Next time. Avery's a great kid, and so is Kevin Stevens. I love them guys.
No, I love Kevin Stevens.
I know
I love Avery,
I know you do. I know you do. And they love you, Dickie.
You acted like this with them? Why do you have Rich Pilon on?
I don't know Rich Pilon. I don't really know. He up. For the world who doesn't know about Richard Scott, go look up his fights. Look up his hockey DB, Richard Scott. He's a fucking animal. He's one of the toughest human beings I've ever met. One of the funniest guys I've ever met. One of the coolest guys I've ever met. I've never met many guys cooler than me, but he is cooler than me. I love you, Richard Scott, and thank you for coming on. And shout out to Mr. Scott. You born a legend. Richard Scott is a fucking living legend. Look him up, hockeydb.com. Dickie Scott, the animal. Dickie Scott, the savage. Dickie Scott, the lion. I love you, Dickie. I'll talk to you later, buddy. Thank you. I think it went awesome.